This one is called Spring Fling, I believe. Spring Forward. That's what it's called. I wanted to call it Spring Fling, but I didn't feel like that fit. It's called Spring Forward. It is a spring-based season build, and I really do love it. I think it turned out really cute, and it was actually a requested build. I'm in a couple Sims Facebook groups, and every now and again someone will be asked for a certain build, or they'll post like a Simspiration photo and ask if someone can build it. And if I have the time, or if I'm really inspired by the idea or the build itself, I will, offer up and say like, hey, I'd be interested in doing it. And plus it's like a win-win. I get to get a cool build for my YouTube channel. They get to get a new cool build for their game or whatever they're doing. I believe she said she was actually going to use this for a Let's Play, but she didn't give me any information towards if she had a channel or if she was just playing by her own. So I'm not really sure what all of that is. So you may have noticed though by now that we didn't actually get footage of me building the house, and that is because I believe I deleted it by mistake. Now, every time I get done editing a video and getting everything done and getting it posted on YouTube, I delete all the files that go for it, and it is quite possible that the first recording was in one of my binge deletes of all of my files, which really sucks, and I'm super sorry, but we do have a lot of footage for this video. As you can see, it is around 27 minutes long, so I think we're okay that we are missing the build footage of it. I really don't know what my issue is when it comes to building houses. Sometimes it doesn't take me that long, sometimes it takes me a crazy long time, and most of the time when I get to editing and I see that it's 4 hours, I'm like, oh, well, a good hour or so of that is probably the screen pause because I'm paying attention to something else or not watching it. And then, I cut all of those boring bits out where nothing really important is going on, and then the video's still 2-3 hours long, and then I speed it up and it's still a 30-minute video. So let me know what kind of time frame videos that you guys like to watch and you guys like to see. Maybe I can start deleting my bathroom footage, because those tend to be kind of similar and kind of boring, or there's just other bits and pieces that I can remove from my speed builds to make them a little bit shorter and a little bit more entertaining. Or if you like the closer to 30-minute videos, let me know. I'm not really sure what to do. I know a lot of the more popular simmers out there, they tend to have more 30-minute build videos, so I never worry about it too much. But I'm not as popular as them, so I don't have as much interaction as them, which is probably why they can get away with 30-minute videos, whereas I should probably only have 20-minute, not even 15-minute videos, because I don't have as much interaction as them. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down below. But real quickly, I am gonna read off the message that she sent me about kind of what she wanted in the house, so you can kind of get an idea as to what I was going for and what I was building and why I was building it. She said, I'm going to be doing a Let's Play. It's a single mom and a son, so 2 bedrooms, or you can add 3, 2 bathrooms, and if you could add any extra rooms you would like, and a pool. But I want some seasonal items around the house, and that's about it. She told me her child was a toddler, and the mom was into gardening, and that was about it. She wanted it to have a spring look and obviously use a lot of the seasonal items. Now, I actually built this house for her late June, I believe. Let's see, I finished it on June 27th, so that was a while ago now. I don't know, maybe a week or 2 ago now. But I kind of give myself a schedule. About the beginning of every month, I'll write down a schedule on what videos I want to do. Sometimes I leave empty holes in case I'm inspired throughout a week or want to do a specific type of video later on during the week. But typically, I will format my month of videos. So I had already formatted my month of videos before doing this. So I wasn't originally planning on posting it anytime soon. But I had been reached out by 2 different people. We have Artistic Gamer 7 posted on Twitter that she was going to be doing a really big collab, and so I jumped on that. And then Hip Hip Renee wanted to do a collab as well, so I ended up pushing around my schedule a little bit, and I still needed, so because of that, I needed another video to go up today on Monday, and I decided, well, I have this footage, might as well just post it. So it was really nice that I, had the extra footage and everything so I could post it and not be like totally messed up. I believe I talked about it last week in one of my videos that I was going to be doing a seasonal townhouse, like in townhouses inspired by each season. And I do plan on doing that still. I actually have posted the shell of the townhouses on the gallery already. I'm going back and forth as to whether or not post me, like in the speed build version, it is going to have to be split up in 2 videos. I already know that. I honestly might split it up into 3 because it took me a really long time to do the actual building of the townhouse. So let me know if you guys want to see the building of the townhouse or just the decorating of the townhouse. Because if it's just the decorating, I can get 2 videos. If you want to see the building, I can probably do 3 videos with it, or 1 really long video and then 1 kind of average length video. I didn't want to do anything crazy long or have to speed it up like super fast or anything like that to get it in a normal speed. So I don't know if I'm going to post me actually building the video yet, but like I said, it is on the gallery if you want to download it, and I plan on posting it as just the season, so I'm going to be posting it 5 more times. So once I decorate the spring house or like the spring townhouse, I will post it again on the gallery, and then same with summer, fall, and winter. And then once I have all 4 done, I will post a fully furnished one with all 4. So that way you can download whichever one seems fit for your style of gameplay, whichever one you like the best, and you don't have to worry about like deleting everything and going around it. Or if you just want to download the shell by itself, you can do that and completely decorate all 3 houses how you would like. But that's basically, my game plan. Hopefully those will be out next week. Like I said, this week we have a couple collab videos. And I guess you can consider this one a collab as well since it was a request. So maybe, this is just like a collab week, I guess. I don't know. But I did finish my build with Hip Hip Renee yesterday, and I really love how it turned out. I think it's really cool and really sweet, and I'm really excited to see what she's gonna do. We're actually going to be doing a group voiceover, which are some of my favorites to do. I did one with a girl who sims a while back, like way back when I first started my channel, I feel, and that was super fun. It's just really nice interacting and talking in person with them, and you hear them on their video, and talking, but it's so different to talk to them in person. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but I think it's so interesting, you hear this voice all the time, but then to actually hear it in real time, responding to you is really cool. She's a really great person. We chat, we have a little group chat with a girl who sims as well, and so we chat often, and she's actually in the Artistic Gamer collab as well, so she gets around. I try to get around. She is so much better at branding herself and marketing herself than I am. I just kind of wing it, and I hope maybe one day I'll be discovered and found. That is my goal. But we will see. You may have noticed a little bit ago here, we did not have a lot of the gardening footage, I believe. And again, that is because I didn't have it. Sometimes I will go into a build. Typically when I build my houses, it does take me a couple sessions just because I have a daughter, I have a fiance, I have dogs, so I have to get up, I have to leave, I have things to do, and I have been working my old day job a little bit more, which is a whole nother story, which is kind of a mess when it comes to my videos, but I'm still going to be trying to post every day, every Monday through Friday at 3. If you are missing a video, or if a video is late or something, most likely I had to go in for work. But typically when I build and I have to take a break, when I come back to the build later on, I go into the game and I look around and I kind of get my vibes back and figure out how I was feeling about the build, what I like, what I don't like, if there's anything I want to change. And then there's a lot of times where I'll actually start building, or I'll start doing things and placing things, and then I'm like, wait, I have to record this because I have to post my speed build. So that happens to me more often than not. When I start playing, I can't stop. And you guys are all simmers, so I feel like you can feel my pain. You understand that once you start building, you can't stop building. It's just there, and you gotta keep going. But, yeah, no, that's really, I feel like kind of a quick update. I don't know, I've been talking for 10 minutes and there's still 27 minutes left of this video, and that's all I do in my speed builds is complain about how long I have to talk. But I really just never know what to talk about, and I'm not that great at it, which is probably why I like doing group collabs, because then we can both talk and I don't have to fill up all the space and there's actual conversations. But I do really love how this house turned out. Like I said, I did build it a while ago, so there's bits and pieces that like I don't remember that I did it, but while editing it and looking at the screenshots, it kind of like came back to me like what I was doing and what I was going for. Now looking back at it, I do feel like the house is a little big for a single mom, but I do kind of get like the feeling that she is really, obviously they said that she was into gardening, so she's probably in a career and probably doing like really great job at it, maybe into like the floristry, and she's well known, so she has been able to make a name for herself and has this nicer house, maybe possibly. Honestly, I don't know, I'm not doing the Let's Play, and so I don't really know the story behind it, but that's kind of, I guess, my little story behind it. And I really was into the layout of this house. I think it's really cool and a little bit different than what I typically do, though I feel like I've done style and layout like this before. I don't know. There's sometimes I feel like a lot of my builds look really similar, and then other days I'm like, no, they're not like that similar. They're all pretty different. So let me know your opinion, or if there's any certain builds you want to do. I have realized I haven't done any modern builds in a very long time, so I may actually do some modern builds here soon, or even just possibly in my townhouse, I might decorate some of them more modern-like. I mean, there's 4 townhouses, which is 4 different personalities, so it is very possible that, you know, I can kind of do whatever I want with that in each of the houses. So that'll be really fun and a really interesting and new experience. But right now we are working on the dining room. Now this is kind of what I would imagine an addition onto the house, a little bit more of a modern glass addition. And even possibly if she decides, you know, she wants to garden all year, since I didn't give her a greenhouse, or if you want to take this house and you want to garden all year and you don't have a greenhouse, you can easily place your plants in here and move the dining room onto the other side of the living room. Because the way the living room is laid out, which we should, I don't know, the dining room's going to take a minute, but the way the living room is laid out is we only used half of that space by the fireplace, and then the other half I turned into kind of like a little game play area for her toddler. That is something I'm trying to do more often when I have kids involved in houses, is to not make my house look like show houses where, you know, the kitchen and the living room and the family room all look perfect and clean and nice, but to have the kids' items be throughout the house and have it look like the kid isn't stuck in their bedroom all the time. Because I know growing up, my stuff was everywhere in my parents' house, and as much as my mom nagged me and yelled at me and hated it, it was still everywhere in her house. So it's not like, and I had 2 older brothers. Their stuff was probably worse. She nagged at them more than she nagged at me. So that's a win in my books. But I know that's definitely something that is a thing. And even now, living in my house, I have a 7.5-month-old, and then I have my fiance. Now, my daughter, she doesn't really get stuff everywhere because, well, we have to bring her everywhere. She can't really move toys places. But she does have, you know, toys and stuff like that in our living room when we are down there, like, watching TV or something, so she can play and we don't have to go back and forth from her room to downstairs and all that kind of stuff, carrying things and whatnot. So she does have things there, and I know it's only going to get worse as she gets older. And then I have my fiance, and that is a whole nother story. He just likes putting things places. He doesn't like putting things back sometimes. So, hi, Michael, clean up. You're making a mess of my house, and it stresses me out. And he knows that. I am such a neat freak, I guess you can say. I'm just very anxious. And so if there's like a lot of clutter or a lot of garbage or the house is dirty, like, that just makes me anxious and uncomfortable, and I don't like it, and I want to fix it. So I'm always getting on him about it, and I can tell that he obviously doesn't like it, that I'm always nagging on him about it, but he is doing a really great job with helping me not get so anxious about how dirty our house is and cleaning up. I actually just got back from a little weekend trip. Me and one of my friends went up to go see one of our other friends in Johnson City, Tennessee. If you're from the States, you might know where that is. We live in Nashville. Johnson City is about a 5-hour drive. So we drove up there Friday night around 10 o'clock because I had to work my day job, or I guess it was technically a night shift, but I had to work my actual job. So we drove up there Friday night, and then we hung out with her Saturday. We were actually picking out bridesmaid dresses, which was really fun and super exciting. Me and my fiance are finally getting married August 18th, which is really great, which means I have to do a lot of pre-recording because I'm going on vacation in July. I'm getting married in August, and it's a mess. I'm working on my videos. I promise. Maybe we'll have a break. I don't know. But anyways, we drove out there for the weekend, and when I came back, I was really impressed with how the house looked. He did clean it up a lot. When I left, he had some of his buddies over, and they were playing poker, and when I came back, he had cleaned up the poker mess. He had cleaned up all the dishes. So he is getting better. I will give him that. He's getting good. It just takes a little bit of persistence and a little bit of sanity on my part to not go completely bonkers every time I see something out of place, which I think is why in The Sims I build my houses less cluttered, but again, I'm trying to make them a little bit more cluttered just because in real life that would bother me. So in sim life I don't do it, but I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. But this little nook right here was what I was talking about. That is kind of a little play area. I believe it's like the llama table is what I placed, and then there's a little toy box and the parenting chalkboard, so that way that's just a little play area for the kid as he gets bigger and whatnot, so possibly his little part of the house. In here we have a nice little office. You know, there's a lot of room in this house, so this office could easily be turned into another bedroom, and then even that little play area, you can throw a wall in there and you can make that another bedroom. So this house could realistically be a 4-bedroom house. Like I said, I only made it a 2-bedroom house because they only needed 2 bedrooms. But really easily, you can probably add on to this as you see fit and as your gameplay sees fit. There's a lot you can do, which I think is really awesome and really exciting. But since I had this extra space, I did make a little office for them, and I threw in the little decorational box. I love that item. I feel like that's a really good clutter item, especially in garages or offices or like basements or even laundry rooms. Like, that's typically where I would feel like you would find a decorational box like that for in real life, like how we would keep our decorations in our storage. I personally, since we don't have a garage, we live in a condo, I keep all of ours in our guest bedroom closet. That room is a mess. That closet, I guess, not the room, but the closet is a mess. I just throw a whole bunch of stuff in there that we need or we have to have, but like they're seasonal or whatnot, and that closet's kind of a mess. I try to organize it every season when I pull things out and bring new things in, but that's a work in progress. But when I have clutter, it's in areas that I never go in or I never see, so I can kind of hide it away. When I feel like other people have clutter, it's everywhere, and it just stresses me out. But I really like what I did right here with these cabinets, or not cabinets, but the bookshelves. A lot of the items from the season pack or like wall items and stuff like that are meant for medium height walls specifically, which is kind of annoying just because I don't like to play with medium height walls that much because they're harder to decorate and I feel like it's just a lot of extra space. But I mean, obviously that is, you know, each builder preference or whatnot. But those bookshelves were made for tall height walls, which is nice because we didn't really have a lot of bookshelves made for that height. But it also kind of sucks because you want to use it somewhere else. It's meant for the taller height. So what I did is I scaled it down and then I put 2 of them next to each other. And I made it look like it was a built-in, so you can't see like the left end of one and you can't see the right end of one because it's supposed to look like it's built into the wall. And I did really like that. I thought that turned out looking really nice and just functional and realistic to what someone might have in their house, is especially in an office, would be like built-in cabinets and built-in shelves and whatnot like that. So right now the downstairs is completely done. I did throw in a laundry in the bathroom, you may have noticed, just for a little bit of added fun. I like to put those in some of my builds if I remember to. Typically I tend to put in the clothes drying rack a lot more often than the actual like washer or dryer, just because I think it looks really nice outside, and it goes with a good amount of the more rustic-y houses, which is kind of, I feel like what I like to build, but maybe not. I don't really know what I like to build. Like I said, I feel like a lot of my builds look alike, but I feel like they're all really different at the same time. So I'm not sure. Maybe why don't you describe my style to me in the comments down below. I'd love to know what you guys think my style is and how I typically build, because I don't really know what my style is or how I typically build, or if I build the same thing over and over again. Like, I would love to know what you guys think down below. I will definitely say that the rest of the builds this week are not my typical style or what I would normally go for, so stay tuned for that, because that's gonna be really fun and really interesting. But right now we're working on the little landing. It is nothing crazy. I did a little seating area outside the kids' bedroom by the window, and then another little seating area in the hallway to the bathroom, just to, you know, fill up the space, put in some items so it didn't look just like empty hallways. And here we are working on the bathrooms. Like I said, I can always cut these out if you guys feel like my videos are too long, and that's something that would help make them shorter, especially since I never know what to talk about when doing a bathroom. I mean, what do you talk about? Like, here I am putting down my bathtub. It's from Seasons. That's why I used it. I put down a toddler toilet because there's a toddler in the house. Yes, please, these are all the things I put in the bathroom because they go in a bathroom. Oh, and look, another bathroom. And again, the shower head is from Seasons. See, like, that's weird. That's boring. I feel uncomfortable. I'm sorry you had to deal with that, but this is a bathroom. This is what it looks like, and this is what I'm doing. I do really love the Season shower, though. By far, favorite shower. It is really similar to the shower we got from Jungle Adventure, but a little less Jungle Adventure stylized, obviously, because it's not from Jungle Adventure. But I feel like it has a lot of the same vibes and same feelings, and so I really am into that, and I really do love it. And then right here, I threw up the picture frame. It was like a free item you can get if, I believe, you downloaded the Sims like app or something like that, like the new Sims game app on your phone. But basically, it's a family portrait, and so whatever family you have living in this house, their picture is going to be up there. And I'm not 100% sure if you see it in the screenshot, but like when I went to go take the screenshot, my screenshot sim, my little slave sim, was at the house, obviously, because he had to live there for me to take the screenshots, so his picture was in there, but I don't think it actually made it to the video, so I am sorry to disappoint you. You cannot see my screenshot sim. He's made a little bit of appearances here and there. I do change up his look sometimes, because I get a new sim sometimes, so it's not always the same sim. Just depends on my mood or if anyone's actually living in the house or anything like that. But I had a while with this toddler bedroom. I wasn't really sure the vibe that I wanted to go for. But then I kind of was like, okay, there is this dinosaur print rug. We had the dinosaur bed, so that's what we're going with. And so we went with a more dinosaur-like theme. Since she says, wow, what was that? That noise that just came out of my mouth. Okay. But since she said she had a little boy, I decided to make it a little bit more on the boy's side. So we did use dinosaurs and dragons and more greens and blues and oranges to make it look a little bit more boy-friendly, man-friendly. And then on top of the dresser, I added a towel and some body soaps and lotions because he is a toddler, so you have to change his diaper. So it's kind of to give the illusion that it was a diaper changing area, possibly. And so now we are moving on to the mother's bedroom, which is the last area of the house that we do. I did have to downsize the little side tables. I still feel like a lot of our side tables are just way too wide and way too big. But if you downsize them, they look a lot nicer. But then when you place items on there, they don't place. So that's a little bit of a mess. I try not to deal with it if I don't have to. But I love this bed. By far, the best items that came from Seasons were the beds. I don't know what it is. We have a good variety of beds. They're just, again, kind of stylized, I feel, towards specific things. But the two, or the three, I guess, that came from Seasons are very just family and very basic and very nice. And they have the pillows and they look plush. And I love it. And so that is definitely one of my favorite beds. You will be seeing it in a lot of videos, and I'm sure you've been seeing it in a lot of videos already just because I really do love it. It has great color swatches, and it's just really fun bed. But it looks like we are on the screenshot here, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys all again next time.